Good morning, one and all. It's a glorious moment for all of us to have such an esteemed guest with us. I, Dr. Ruchi Tiwari, Associate Professor at Parul Institute of Law, welcome you all for an international webinar on human rights, turning obstacles of human trafficking into opportunities on behalf of Law Department, Parul University. As I am fortunate enough to have Harold sir with us, but I'll like to call our Dr. Akhil sir, Dean, to invite sir. But before starting that, I'd like to invite Dean sir also. Sir has played a vital role. Sir, please give me a chance to introduce you. You never give me this chance. So this time I'm not going to allow you. Sir has guiding students since 25 years. Sir has a blended experience of teaching and practicing both. Sir has on hand more than 10 projects being handled under different areas. Sir is guiding MPhil students, PhD students. So we are very fortunate enough to have Sir as our dean and as a mentor. Sir, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ruchi. I, on my personal behalf, on behalf of Parul Institute of Law, Faculty of Law, Parul University, cordially welcome Mr. D'Souza, Harold D'Souza Saab at the doorstep of Parul University, of course, through the digital platform. But it is our great pleasure that such an international personality is at our doorstep, and I am very much delighted that he is addressing to our student, the student of Parul University, and that's a really great pleasure. Sir, let me introduce our university. The Faculty of Law, Parul Institute of Law was been established in 2016 and as a constituent college of Parul University, which was been established in 2015. And since then, the university has grown like great miracle that today it has housed nearly 30,000 students from across 48 different countries, and of course large number of Indian students from almost every corner of the country. We do have almost all the faculty of education in higher education sector, particularly Faculty of Law. We do have, as Ruchi mentioned, 3 years LLB program, 5 years LLB program, 6 different specialization in LLM, and also MPhil and PhD program. Sir, all this could be possible by this young team, dynamic, all like Dr. Ruchi, and that is what we could achieve within very short period of time. And today I have a pleasure to inform you that Parul University and the Faculty of Law is one of the best university in the Western India. I again welcome Mr. Harold D'Souza to talk on wonderful topic, not only in the field of law, being a lawyer or any individual who face the different hurdles. So probably the kind of an interdisciplinary from migrant worker to refugee, and how one can convert the obstacle into stepping stone. Let us have the first hand information from Mr. D'Souza, and let us take the lesson in our lives also, so that we can make our life better. And once we make it our life better, we would be able to help the other people also. I once again thanks Mr. Harold D'Souza for sparing his valuable time. Thank you. Richie.
Thank you so much, sir. Now it's my privilege to introduce Sir Harold D'Souza. Mr. Harold D'Souza, sir, has been an advisory council for United States President Barack Obama on human trafficking in 2015. He has continued his service with even President Trump up to July 2020. Sir himself is a survivor of labor trafficking and debt bondage in the United States of America. So we have a better person to explain how human trafficking is there and what are the rights as a human rights we have for these people. Sir also consults at various levels of government and develop methods of cultivating hope and freedom in the vulnerable groups and the populations. Sir has been guest in various talks, seminars, group discussions, special events to promote the human trafficking awareness and to help the survivors of human victims. Sir has been called in the various countries like India, Africa, Europe, and Middle East. Sir has Eye Open Foundation, which basically works for the development of these underprivileged people. And Sir has written a book also, Frog in a Well. So over to you, sir. Please try and guide us, help us about human trafficking, human rights. Over to you, sir. Harold, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. Happy morning, friends. I'm pretty excited to be at Parul University. I feel I'm right in the campus in the middle with you. But before I start, I would like to thank Dr. Ruchi and absolutely our dashing director and dean, Dr. Akil Sayed. I just want to tell all the professors and the students that I am a student of life forever. The actual professors, teachers are Dr. Akil and Dr. Ruchi and other professors who are teaching. Having said that, I just want to tell I'm pretty excited today to talk to you, and I'll be talking something which I've never ever spoken or shared in my entire career or when I've been advocating as a survivor advocate, because I'm pretty excited because I'm from Baroda. I was born and raised in Vadodara, and મેં પણ સાબરમતીનું પાણી પીધેલું છે તમારા જેવું. So જેને સાબરમતીનું પાણી પીધેલું અને વિશ્વામિત્રનું પાણી પીધેલું હોય એને કશું ના થાય. So I will share everything what has transpired in my life. But before I start, friends, students, please take only 4 things from my presentation. Number 1, be happy. Number 2, think positive. Number 3, be empowered. Like today you're learning something from me. And number 4, most important, believe in yourself. So I will start my journey how a Baroda boy from Samar Road, બધા કહેતા હતા ગામડામાં રહે છે, which I'm very proud, has reached the White House, and where you can also do it. So I just will share that I failed on 4 P's. I failed as a parent, I failed as a provider, I failed as a protector, and I failed as a person. And I will tell you step by step how this transpired in my life, how I went down, how I came up, and again, like, the path was like you see in the ICU unit, how the thing goes. So let me share only 3 things. I want to thank Dr. Ruchi and Dr. Akil, like just appreciating me, but I don't think so. I'm of that platform. I am a common man from Baroda. I am a failure and I am a sinner. I'll be very honest. And I will tell you why I said all these 3 words. And I will justify it and how I flipped it. Just take 3 things in your principles, students. You are at a very golden platform. If you're studying in Parul University, means you are at this level. I was at this level. So you are already at this level when I was in college. So take full advantage of your situation, of your parents who are supporting you, about your teachers and your professors. So I went to 1st and 2nd grade in Sanskar Vidya VR school, which is in Fatehganj. So going to that school means it's like going to Karlibag or the mental achhe. So that is the way. So, but from 3rd grade to 10th grade, I went to convent of Jesus and Mary Girls High School. And from 3rd grade to 10th grade, I failed in all the subjects. I'm being very honest. Forget getting in like 35%. But I was pushed and promoted every class. So there are 7 C's that talks about me. Consistency, continuity. So when I say consistency means I have to fail in all the subject and all the time and every year. And I was very consistent from 3rd grade to 10th grade. But I changed. The 3rd C, like consistency, continuity, change, creativity, courage, compassion, and charity. So my principle of life is based on 7 C's. So after 10th grade, I changed. 11th and 12th, I did it in Rosary. I went to MSU, Maharaja Sayaji Rao University. I was an average student. I did commerce. I had tried my level best, but I touched only 59.7%. I never touched 60. I touched only that in HRD. So today there is a biopic film coming up on me next year. So they are going to come and shoot at the convent school and the MS University. It's a blockbuster film. I just want to share that how my life journey started. I had nothing. My father is my inspiration. He used to sleep on Dubai railway platform because he used to work as a TC, train conductor, in 1957. He was a bachelor. So from there, he started his journey. And that gives me hope, that gives me courage, that I can do something in life. And you all have a real role model in your own house about your own parents. So I was invited to the United States of America on 4 things in the year 2003. I went on a trust, I went on a faith, I went on a promise, and I went to live an American dream. Just to rewind and understand how the culture of Indian mentality works. In India, the badda ke jai, America jao means it is swarg. Yeah, true. Even when I was growing up. But believe me, friends, when I graduated from MSc University, I did not have a passport with me. I didn't know what I'm going to do in life. I used to go on the cycle. I worked when I was in the 12th grade at Hotel Surya as a telephone operator, as a steward, in the storeroom, everywhere. My salary was 500 rupees per month. But then I was doing part-time, my salary was 250 rupees. The next year I was working in ITC company, the Panama cigarettes near Halol Highway. I used to go on cycle in the accounts department and just type from morning till evening. Then after that, I got a job in Bank of Baroda in Surat when I was in SY BCom. So I was studying and working both. And then when I was in MCom, I was working for Navino Batteries as a sales rep. So I've been to all the villages in Gujarat, right from Vishnagar, Patan, Palanpur, Anjar, Gandhidham, you name it, I've been there. So I've seen all the hard steps in life. It's not that I come the easy way. I've taken the hard way and come. And that's how I reached the United States of America on an H-1B visa. That's a work visa on a $75,000 salary per month plus benefits. Mara dosto, $75,000 in the 2003 was mucho money. And we Indians, Gujaratis, right? I'm from Bangalore, but I was born and raised in Gujarat. We convert $1 into rupees. That's our mentality. The Gujarat mein kawat છે ગુજરાતી એ વેપારી છે જે મારવાડીથી માલ ખરીદે છે ને સિંધીને વેચે છે ને એમાં પણ નફો કમાય છે. This is of 1980s. But in 2020 or 2021, with this digital world, ગુજરાતી એ વેપારી છે જે અમેરિકાથી માલ ખરીદે છે ને ચાઇનાને વેચે છે ને એમાં પણ નફો કમાય છે ને એમાં પણ એ ધંધો ક્યાંથી કરે છે? અંજારથી કે પાલનપુર કે વિસનગર. એને પાસે પાસપોર્ટ પણ નથી, ઇન્ટરનેટ ઉપર કરે છે. So that is how smart the Gujaratis are, or how smart the Indians are. But we do get trapped in a different country. I will tell you a small thing, how our mindset changes and how the trafficker or perpetrator can manipulate you, trick you, and trap you. So mine is an arranged marriage. I am married for 27 years. I got married on May 29th, 1994. And my wife is from Bombay. There was no dating, nothing. It was my dad said, and we are happily married. So when I reached the United States of America, my trafficker told me, Harold, are you carrying any cash? And I was carrying $1,000 cash with me. And he tells me, Harold, this is America. You cannot keep any cash on you. It is not safe. And I just believed. So I gave him the cash, I gave him the documents, and I just believed it and forgot about it. But he made me work I went as a business development manager, but he made us work in a restaurant and made my wife work. My wife was on an H-4 dependent visa. I'm just trying to give you these small examples. It's very difficult for me to finish my presentation in 45 minutes. But what I'm just going to tell you is the tip of the iceberg. Watch the film, but learn from my mistakes and understand. Do not jump. Take advice from your parents or from me or from Hriday Rawal or from Dr. Ruchi or from Dr. Akil. Before you accept any offers, just blindly. So I gave him the cash, I gave him the documents, and we started working in a restaurant. My wife was not supposed to work. He fixed a salary of $2,000 a month, saying that, oh, Harold, you got to buy a house and you got 2 kids. My 2 sons were 4 years and 7 years old, Bradley and Rowan at that time. But human labor trafficking and debt bondage in the United States of America happens at 4 places. Friends, number 1, at restaurants, gas stations, convenience stores, motels, and many other places like warehouses, agricultural farming. But these 4 places, I am saying very confidently because I got re-victimized. And whenever a victim is is trafficked at these 4 places. Accommodation is given next door or within the premises. There is a reason. Traffickers or perpetrators in human labor trafficking and debt bondage are multi-millionaires because the risk factor is very thin and the profit margins are very thick. Out of 10, 9 do not get prosecuted even today in the United States of America. And that is why I'm fighting and creating awareness. And that's why many Gujaratis, many Indians in the United States of America are not talking. They think it is Amari Ijjat Gai, or it's a stigma, it's a shame. Okay, but you got to save somebody else. And that's the reason I'm creating awareness and telling my fellow friends in Parul University, you get an opportunity, come legally. Come documented, do not come undocumented. And I want to share of my journey that students, you always think, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do in life. But no, you can. If you cannot predict your future, take my example, you can create your own future. And that's what I did. I created my own future. I do not believe in Naseeb. I do not believe in destiny. No, not me. I do not believe in impossible. I say, no, I am possible. That's one. Number 2, what your mind can conceive and believe you can achieve. If I did it, you can do it definitely, 100%. So we were working. I still remember the accommodation was given us next door. So why they give accommodation next door? These traffickers. Number 1, 90% of the immigrants in human labor trafficking in the United States of America are immigrants from different countries, from Mexico, Guatemala, India, Nepal, Pakistan, you name it. They are from here. And most of the people come through border. So people, when I was to work with Nepalis and these Mexicans, they say, Harold, how did you come? I said, I came by flight. Then I said, like, oh, you came by flight? I said, yeah. I said, how did you come? They said, we came through the jungle. And somebody said it took me 2 years. Somebody said it took me 8 months. I said, oh my God, there was one Nepali. I know so many hundreds of examples, but I'll share you one thing. This is bitter truth. These people come through the jungle, and from that, there is the police comes, and then some are caught and some run away. So this Nepali guy, he was so hungry and thirsty that he ate grass. He ate leaves. And when he was thirsty, there was no water, so he drank his own urine. And this is a fact. And there are hundreds of cases like that. And out of 10, only 1 makes it to the United States of America. Either some get caught and so many people are dead, and there are so many skeletons in the jungle. So these are living examples. If you Google, you can talk to my regional director, Hriday Rawal, who is on this show right now. He will give you examples and you can talk to him, which I cannot share right now. But I just want to share what happened in my life. So you get an idea, like a student from Baroda, what happened, how things flipped, and how I flipped stuff. So the 4 P's I said I failed. As a parent, as a provider, as a protector, and as a person, I flipped those 4 P's in my life. I've made it into a passion, purpose, prosperity, and prayers. So today, it's a blessing. I think positive. So in the month of August, I just want to share one example, how a person like me can break down. One day after, we used to work 14 to 16 hours a day, every day, 7 days a week, 365 days, and not getting paid a penny. Because lodging, boarding was taken care, food was taken care, but we were like abused left, right, and center. They always say, na, Bhagwan ke ghar de rahe, andar nahi hai. One day, the first, I think, couple of weeks, and it was an everyday story, that we used to come home at night 2 o'clock, because the apartment was 1 bedroom just next to the restaurant. And there was no furniture. We used to sleep on the carpet. There was no microwave. We didn't know even how to use the thermostat at that particular time. So we come home at night 2 o'clock. We are so excited to see our kids that I opened the door with so much excitement that my younger son, Rohan, was sleeping near the door, inside the room, waiting for us at night 2 o'clock. I opened with so much excitement that I hit his head so hard that even today it triggers me, friends. And my older son was sleeping 6 feet away in the undergarments, just in underwear, on the floor. And my wife used to break down every day. But I had no choice. I didn't know what to do, because this was a new country. I didn't know the people. I didn't know how this country operated. I didn't know what was going on. But in the month of August, the same year in 2003, my trafficker says, Harold, you need to take a bank loan. And I was thinking, I don't need a bank loan. But to cut the long story short, he takes me to a bank. I never applied for a bank loan. I'm in the bank's manager's cabin for 6 minutes, max. I signed a couple of documents, and there I got a check of 5 figures in my name, in the name of Harold Souza, a 5-figure check in dollars. My trafficker is a multimillionaire. He's drawing I don't want to give much details, and it's a fact. and he takes me to his multi-million-dollar house. He said, Harold, come on, you're a rich man. Let's celebrate. It's fun. He takes me to his bar room, puts scotch in a short glass like this and says, Harold, cheers. Let's celebrate for your prosperity. You're a rich guy today. Friends, the moment I gulp the scotch down, my trafficker removes a chit from his pocket and tells me, Harold, you owe me this money. Now, friends, when I saw that chit, in 1 second, I lost 4 things. I lost my voice, I lost my courage, I lost my hope, and I lost my freedom. And it was not $10,000. It was not $20,000. It was not $40,000. It was much more. And that time it was a big money. And I said, like, my God, how am I going to pay back this money to him? And he was pretty serious. And I had no clue. And I was zipped. My heartbeat stopped. I didn't know what to do. And before I could realize what happened, he pats me on my back and he says, Harold, come on, don't worry. You owe me much more. I said, oh my God, I owe him much more. And that time, at that moment, my friends, that red flag didn't strike. It was a question of debt bondage. I didn't know that. And that is what these people do in the United States of America. So be very cautious. When you come to any country you go, it's your birthright, it's your human right that no one can take your passport or your legal document. You can always say no, whoever it is. Please make it very clear. But I didn't know. Next day, he withdrew all the money from my bank account. Can you imagine? He made my wife sign all the checks. See how he trapped us. We didn't know anything. We just went inside. So my wife has issued all the checks, signed. But we didn't know anything. He used to write the check of my wife, Nancy D'Souza, every month for $2,000 and withdraw the cash for the salary, which he had fixed for. Comes December. We never saw snow in our life, friends. Tamil loko Gujarat na cho, open Gujarat na cho. Amlok na to, like, even to have an ice cube or, it's a big thing where we'll see snow, right? So the one day it snowed here, we are so excited. So we get a note from the school teacher that both my sons cannot come to school if they do not wear snow jackets. My kids had sweaters. Gujarat sweater hoje see-through. That sweater they had. So we didn't know what is a snow jacket. So my chef, Binda Paji, he went and bought 2 snow jackets for $44. I still remember. And both my sons went to school. The next day we get a note from the school teachers that both my sons cannot come to school if they do not wear snow gloves. So they had gloves, but they were again from India. And then again my chef bought it. But what today I'm doing is that I am speaking in all the schools, universities in the United States of America and all over the world is to create awareness that this could have been a red flag for the teachers, for the bus drivers, for the front office staff, or for the cafeteria staff, so that there is something wrong with this family and they could identify and rescue that family at a very early stage. So that's why this all will come in the biopic film. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I cannot share my 133 months of from slavery to freedom. 133 months, friends. Understand? It's a long period. In 1 second, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, if you want to stay in slavery, is not next to impossible. That's why I said trauma has no expiration date. It may happen anytime. And that's why I again want to tell you how I flipped all this negativity into positivity. And everything, you have to train your mind. It does not happen. Like today, if you are doing in Parul University, somebody is doing a law degree, or if you're doing some medical or I don't know, BCom or any other field, you cannot graduate in 1 day. You cannot graduate in 1 month. You cannot graduate in 6 months or 1 year. It may take 3 years or 5 years. So it's a long period. And then you start practicing. Same way in the case of a victim or a survivor or a person who has gone through a lot of trauma, he cannot recover fast. You need to give him some time. And that's the reason I tell you, like, if your friends are there from different countries studying, because I think Professor or Dr. Dean told me there are delegates or students from 48 countries. So be kind to them and vice versa. Like we need to educate them. We need to empower them. We need to engage them. We need to encourage them. And we need to employ them as our own friends. And that's how community members work. And that is how I got rescued in the United States of America by the Americans. And that is how they helped me. Can you imagine after 1 year, my wife could not take it. So she tells the perpetrator one day morning at 10 o'clock in the kitchen when you're sitting at the buffet, that why don't you pay me my back wages? And friends in the United States of America, a lot of you might be having friends there. If not, you have a friend today. That's me, Harold D'Souza. I'm your friend from today. But any victim, whether it's a Mexican, Indian, whoever it is, immigrant in the United States of America who does not have any visa, they call them illegal. They do not call them by name. They are nicknamed as illegal. And they use 4 words. Whether you're from Mexico, Nepal, anywhere, they'll use 4 words. Number 1, I'll get you arrested. Number 2, I'll get you handcuffed. And when they say handcuffed, they do the action. Hatkadi nakhu tamara hatma, or they'll say, no, should I handcuff you? Number 3, I'll get you jailed. And number 4, I'll get you deported. These are the 4 words they use. They brainwash you. And no foreign national, forget even if he's an American, no human being or no foreign national would like to hear these 4 words. Okay, everybody comes here for a better living, for a better life, to support their family back in their own country. Who would like to hear these 4 words? And this is how they threaten the immigrants. And next part, how they're psychopaths. They call you, they'll not call you Harold, come here. They'll say illegal, come here. I had come to the United States of America legally. But see what happened to me. Every day in and out, I became a vegetable. My mind was not working. When I see my wife and kids suffering. And that's human, that's natural. And when they call you illegal, there's a reason. You think that you are a criminal. That straight thing goes into your mind. And I'll tell you how my things flipped down the road, how I changed. So my wife tells him that, why don't you pay my back wages? She tells, who told you to work? You're illegal. I can call the immigration department right now and get you arrested, jailed, handcuffed, and deported. So my wife was quiet. She tells that, why don't you pay the $1,000 that Harold gave you? He calls me, looks into my eyes, and tells, Harold, what are you talking? What cash? What money? You never gave me any cash. Friends, in 1 second, I lost 3 things. It was devastated. My emotions, my feelings, my sentiments. It's a question of trust. If you lose $10,000, you lose 50,000 rupees, 1 lakh rupees on share market or on a business deal or on some wrong decision, it does not hurt you. You said, okay, it might hurt you for a day, but then okay, you invested. But when you give somebody on trust, it's a question of faith. It's a question of promise. And afterwards he tells, I didn't give you. And then I realize, oh my God, how on the earth I'm going to prove? But they say, there's a saying that in God's home, there is delay, no denial. And when you're honest, I told the judge also that if I'm honest, no one in the world can put me in the prison. And the same breath, I told the judge in the magistrate court, and this, if I'm a criminal, no one in the world can stop me to go to the prison. And I told the judge, I'm honest. Come and touch me. Take me to Times Square, New York. Put a gun on my head and shoot me. Have the guts, do it. These are the words I used. And then my chef, he heard this. I didn't say anything. What do I tell him? And my chef said, Harold, you need to run away from here. Otherwise, you, your wife, your 2 sons are dead. And he was in a similar situation in some other state. And that is how my case went to the Blue Ash police station. It went to the US Department of Labor. I won the case from Washington, D.C. Mine was the only case. First time, my case went to the FBI. I ran from post to pillar. I never quit. I never surrendered. I said, if I do die, I will die in the United States of America, in the public, in the 4 roads, but I will not leave. Come what may. I turned all obstacles into opportunities. I received everything, come what may. I didn't sleep for nights. I used to sleep only for 2 hours for 15 years. 12 years, we never came to India. My kids never traveled because we didn't have any documentation. He had cancelled my documentation. But did I surrender? He hired a guy to shoot me. Friends, you all see in the movies, right? In Hindi movies or Clint Eastwood movie, they shoot you and you get so excited. We get so excited. But when you get shot, it's a different story. He hired a hitman to kill me. I was hospitalized. They put 9 units of blood on me. But I think God always had a plan. he had a plan for me that I had to do something in life. So I consider that as a blessing. He tried to kidnap my kids. He tried fraudulent letters from the immigration department. So there are a lot of things that has happened. I cannot disclose. It's not like that. It was a cakewalk for me that I reached the White House with President Barack Obama, with President Donald Trump. And I always tell you all, students, focus on studies. Focus on your life. A short-term pain is a long-term gain. So you might be thinking, oh my God, studies, it's a pain. No, it's not a pain. It's a pleasure for you, the way, the life you are living. I don't know, most of you all might be coming in cars, scooters. We used to go on cycle. I didn't have even 1 rupee or 5 paisa. 5 paisa nota hamare pa to eat a gola. That Ballu boy used to come on that summer road. 5 paisa nota. I didn't have 5 paisa. I had to beg from my mother. Maybe once in a month or twice, maybe I might get to eat 1 gola. Having a thumbs up that time, once a year was a big thing for me. I never had a girlfriend. Today you all are blessed. I don't say that you should not have a girlfriend, but I would not recommend. Girlfriends you'll get your entire life, man. You have to focus on your career. And then by the time you realize life is gone, no, take advantage. Focus on your life, focus on your studies, focus on your job, and focus on how your parents have worked so hard. Your real inspiration is from your own parents, mom and dad. Talk to them how they started off. And you should take pride in that. Even maybe I tell so many students, I came to India just in October, November, December, I was there to sign the biopic film. I met so many students. I was in Bangalore and he said, my father is auto rickshaw driver. I said, I am going to support you. And you should tell everybody proudly that my father is auto rickshaw driver. Talk with pride. Don't lose your self-esteem. Your father is working with dignity and making you study in engineering college. Man, I will take you up. I'll call you to the United States of America, but you work hard and I will get him here. So you should not be ashamed of your own family background. So this is what inspires me. Come on, we can do it. I did not have a passport, I said. But this is how things change. And I want Hriday to play that video of the Blue Ash, Hriday, the human trafficking. Yes, there's a 3-minute video which came in the news, and you'll get an entire glimpse in 3 minutes that what happens in the life of a victim. It can happen to you, it can happen to me, it can happen to anyone. Can you play that, Hriday, or?
Yes, sir.
Anyway, till Hriday is going to play that video, I'll still continue with my presentation, and once he puts the video, I'll stop. But students, please ask questions. I'll not be disappointed. You want to ask me any questions, I'm ready to answer. I told you from today onwards, I'll be your friend. You can talk to Dr. Ruchi, you can talk to Dr. Akil, or to Hriday Rawal, or to Rachna, who's in Baroda. Ask any questions, ask for recommendations, advice, and we are here to help you. I have started a non-profit organization called Eyes Open International, which is focused on prevention, education, protection, and empowerment of victims, survivors, vulnerable population, students like you, and community members globally. I am planning to open branches in 50 countries. So please join my organization. Go to my website, www.eyesopeninternational.org, and please sign up for volunteering or take details from Dr. Ruchi. Sitting in campus, you can do a lot of big things in your life. Hriday, is it playing or?
Yes, can you see my screen?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, your screen is visible.
Yeah, can you see the PPT now?
Yeah, I can see the PPT. I guess the voice, once you play it, I'll come to know whether the voice is playing or not.
The video has started now. Can you listen to it?
No, I cannot listen.
Audio is not there.
Audio is not there.
I can listen to the audio, maybe it's from your end then. Can you listen now?
No.
Okay, I think that's fine. You can try it if it comes. That's fine because my screen is active. But I think Dr. Ruchi will share those videos with you, friends, at the appropriate time. So she'll share the entire presentation. So we have entire presentation there. But I wanted to talk to you one-to-one so that you can see me. I wanted to see you, but this is virtual. The pandemic is going on. People are more aggressive. The traffickers during the pandemic. I was in India and there are so many students, so many people coming and telling me, Harold, we want to come to the United States of America. I said, yes, come to the United States of America legally, either on an F1 visa, that's a student visa, I'll help you. Either come on a B1, B2 visa for holidays, come back and go back, see and go back. Do not overstay. family, friends will tell you, hey, come on, you're coming on a B2 visa, rahi jao, tamaru green card કરી દેજ, tamaru permanent residency થઈ જશે. અરે કશું નથી થવાનું. Once you are entangled here and you start working in a gas station, convenience stores, or in a subway, anywhere, you're done. They'll say, oh, we'll get you a contract marriage. That is, you're gone into the quicksand. So many people have gone into, I'll give one example of a guy from Surat. He did a contract marriage. How much he paid? $75,000. $75,000. $25,000 before marriage. $25,000 after marriage. The girl ran away. And now he's into huge debts. Nothing has happened. So there are thousands of cases like that. So never get into contract marriages. Never take shortcuts. Do not come illegally paying an agent. 40 lakhs, 50 lakhs. One lady paid 53 lakhs from North India in the year 2019 for her husband and for her kid. She was deported back from Mexico after 5.5 months. And she saw dead bodies. And she said, had I known this, I will never ever go to the United States of America. So do not if your agent is helping you to get a F1 visa or something, H1 job legally, in authentic way, please come. One girl just contacted me last year from Bangalore. Now they call it Bangalore, right? That girl from Bangalore called me and she said, I got a hospitality business, a job in California, in LA. I said, okay, what is it? Like how much? Well, $8,000. I said, $8,000 per month. Per month? I said, please do not come. You will become straight of the moment you land at the airport in US, wherever you land, straight you'll be picked up and you'll become a victim of sex trafficking. So I tell people on the face, because the thing is that I would like to save lives. You have to come. There are so many students who have come here on F1 visa. Friends, Samdo, F1 visa from Gujarat, from Baroda, of MS University student. And that girl has become a victim of sex trafficking. Now it's a big story. Now that girl has been rescued. She's in a safe custody. But why get into that situation in the first place? Precaution is better than cure. It's better to be safe than sorry. And learn from my own mistakes. I always tell, making a mistake is not a mistake. Making no mistake is a mistake. Repeating a mistake is a big mistake. But learning from your mistakes, like from my mistakes, and helping students like you or the community members to live a happy life is not at all a mistake. And that is what I'm doing in my life. He's trying to empower people, empower students, encourage them, employ them, and see that they live a happy life. So, Rita, that video is not being played, right?
Yes, sir. There is no audio in the video right now.
Okay, that's fine. And Dr. Ruchi, I think I got another, 20 minutes?
10 minutes? Yes, sir. You have 10 minutes. You can.
Okay. I just keep a track on me because many times I just keep on talking. And so I'll stop in next 10 minutes. Yeah, friends. So, and what I want to share with you is that you can turn obstacles into opportunities. You should know your human rights. It's always better to study right now, get your degree, don't jump. Respect your teachers. Whenever I come to Baroda, I always go to my school. I go and meet my teachers. I seek their blessings from all the teachers, from the professors, from all the elders. And it gives me so much joy. And I try to give back to the community. You'll not believe who Samar Road ma reto do. I used to go walking to convent school, come back walking. And I had friends that I was staying in the Gamda, right? The people used to say. And there, all my friends, we didn't know what is poverty. Most of my friends used to stay in the Jhopadpatti. There was one friend called Kanya, one other guy named Robin. But they used to all stay in the huts. But today also we are good friends. That Kanya, he died, I think 4 years back. He used to drive the rickshaw. And that Robin now is selling fish. And whenever I go, I told you I'll share some very confidential stuff with you today. Because I'm so excited that I'm talking to you you're from Baroda, I'm from Baroda. So you should know all my loopholes also. Right? So that Robin, I meet all my old friends with whom I used to play Lokoti. Right? At this time I came during Diwali. I went the next day he invited me to his house for dinner. I went to his house. He always meets me whenever I come to meet me. I go to meet him. And he'll always call me Puttu. My pet name is Puttu. And today also he'll tell me, hey Puttu, tu kab aaya? अरे कैसा है? मैं सोचा तू बड़ा आदमी का. I said, नहीं मैं तो कुछ नहीं हुआ. मैं तो ऐसा ही हूँ. But I like the way he calls me. That I'm still the same guy, Puttu. And we had the same relationship. I went to his house. We had dinner with his wife. He's got three kids, three sons. We had so much fun talking that how we used to rob boars, mangoes, play the Satodia, Langis, Gilli Danda, Bhameda, all the Thappo, Satodia, and it was so much fun. And that is the beauty of life. What is life? And I told him he does not have a passport. I said, next year, you and your wife are coming to the United States of America. And I told him, he just spoke to me last week. So that is called love. We need to love each other. And we got to love our own family members, our parents, our brothers, our sisters, our friends, our community members, our professors, our lecturers, everyone. And people tell me, Harold, what can we do? How can we help people here in America? And I'll tell you, students, it's very easy. It does not cost you even 5 paisa or 1 rupee. I always tell, look, listen, learn, live, love, and laugh. First, within your own family members, with your friends, with your community members. Do not bully anyone. For fun, it is okay. You do something here and there, that's okay, little pranks. But not something to a very serious situation. Students, I've seen so many students commit suicide. I've seen so many of my friends or my family members' kids commit suicide. So intelligent, so smart, and so rich, from rich families. And I'm into tears. And that's the reason I tell, suicide or silence is not a choice, is not an option, or is not a solution. And it's not a stigma. I had a lot of problems. I was not talking for 10 years. People told me, what the hell, what happened to you? And it happened, I made a mistake. So, what, I should go and commit suicide? I should kill myself? I accept it. But I need to get out of the situation. When my trafficker hired a guy to shoot me and told me, he meant it. Every word he meant it, that I knew that he's going to kill me and I'm dead. And one day in the afternoon, I was talking to my wife. That I'm not going to live, I'm going to die. And my younger son, Rohan, was playing on the floor in the carpet or facing the floor on the other side. And here we both are having a conversation. And I'm telling my wife, I'm not going to live. I'll be killed. And I could see it. I used to get up in the morning, but I didn't know I'll survive till the evening. And next day, if I get up, I didn't know again I'm going to live. So my younger son, Rohan, comes and taps me from behind. And I look. And he tells me, Dadu, if you die, what happens to me? Who will take care of my schooling? And it was like God talking to me. That if I die, my wife dies. If I die, my son dies. If I die, my older son Bradley dies. And that is when I realized that I got to fight, I got to live. And that day I decided, come what may, I'm going to fight back. And then I realized when he shot me that everybody has to die, whether it is Narendra Modi, you take whether it is Amitabh Bachchan, you take whether it is Sachin Tendulkar, you take whether it is Donald Trump, Barack Obama, whether it is Harold D'Souza, whether it is both my sons. Nobody gets permanent visa on this planet. You name it. Whether you're a prince, you're a princess, you're a multimillionaire, whether you're Bill Gates, you're Warren Buffett, whoever it is. Steve Jobs is also gone up. So we do not get permanent visa. So what are we running for? We have only 36,000 days, friends. 36,000 days is 100 years. 100 years I'm not going to live. And nor do I want to live. I want to live a healthy life. I got 10,000 days left in my life. That too, I don't know whether I'm going to live. But I'm just hoping that I live for 10,000 years. Or 10,000 days. So 10,000 days is 27 years and 4 months. Right? And today, students, you are already like 5 years is 13 years and 7 months. So understand, simplify your life. See what you can give, not what you can take. Taking is very easy, but also give. And that is what changed me. And that is what, like when my son said that, I said, I got to live. And I had taken an oath. I had done everything else to come back to India. My mother was to go and pay the fees at Rosary School. And all these things happened. And I decided one fine day, I'm not going to go back, come what may. I will die on this in the United States of America here. And maybe even if they kill me, let them shoot me on the front roads. I faced death. I said, come now. I'm ready. Come and shoot me. Come and kill me. Do. I used to walk. I said, come now. I'll show you. I flipped. I turned. Attack is the best defense. And I had to work. His lawyer came and told me on Friday afternoon that Monday, first thing, I'll come and get you arrested and I'll put you in the jail. And he came and threatened me. He's an American lawyer who is a very number one lawyer here in the United States of America. What did I do? I didn't say anything. I'm also from MS University or from Baroda, right? I told you. मैंने भी साबरमती का पानी पिया और विश्वामित्र का. I just removed the pen. And I said, I do not need a gun. I said, I will kill your client with this pen. And I did it. I killed him with this pen. There was no law in Ohio on human labor trafficking and debt bondage or human trafficking. There were 6 states in the United States of America in 2003 where there was no law on human trafficking. So if any did any felony, there was no imprisonment because there was no law. So I fought. I am from India. So what happened? I fought. I never quit. I said, come on. I got rejected. I got thrown out. I got here, there. I didn't care. I still got up and I still started walking. People laughed at me. People made jokes out of me. People spat at me. I worked in the stores. I cleaned restrooms. I did anything and everything. I didn't care till I could get food on the table for my kids. But I worked. And at the same time, I fought. In 2012, the governor passed a rule that anyone who does a felony in human labor trafficking in Ohio gets a 10 years imprisonment. And on December 16th, 2015, at evening 6:30, when I was working for Cincinnati Children's Hospital, I used to work from 3 to 11:30. I get a call from the White House. Harold, congratulations. You have been appointed by President Barack Obama on the United States Advisory Council on Human Trafficking. And the call was maybe just for 60 seconds. And he said, from today, you can announce it to your entire friends, families, whomever you want. And I didn't know anything. I said, okay, thank you. And I kept the phone down. And I started working. And the interview thing was going on for 8 months. And I didn't know what was going on. They said they wanted to know everything. They found my entire background from India. But I never knew. I never applied. But I was creating presentations and people might have seen me speak. But what I'm trying to tell you is that work with honesty. Give your 100%. Do not look for rewards. You will get respected, recognized, and rewarded. Never run behind money. Money will follow you. And I come home, I take a shower, I have my dinner. It was almost like 12 o'clock, 12:30. I just went to check my phone. I'm on the water, like some messages from Gujarat, from India, from London, everywhere. And people showing me my photograph in Times of India front page. And because Obama made an announcement in the morning, and it was in the news all over the world. And I just didn't know. And on January 5th, 2016, I was inside the White House. I've been to the Oval Office 100 times. I've been to the White House. But what? It's a big thing. I'm still the same guy. I'm the same puttu. People tell me. Like I go to my village. My uncle, aunties who are the old people, they don't know my real name, Harold. And they don't know that I'm at the White House. Which I like it. My dad used to always tell me, friends, people should respect you, not your chair. And that is one thing I've learned in my life. Other thing is that one person's meal, 4 people can eat. But 4 people's meal, 1 person cannot eat. So always love and share. So I've written a book, Frog in a Well. There's another book coming up. That's a young inspiring lady from Baroda only, Purobi Roy. She's writing a book. She's interviewed about 101 delegates all over the world. So during President Barack Obama's time, we submitted this report on recommendations and advice. And I was the co-chair for 2 years during Obama's time. You can be co-chair only for 2 terms. And I got appointed both the terms as a co-chair, which was a big honor. And we were 11 survivors who were appointed during Obama's time. And I was the only Indian American. And we gave a report in 2019. I submitted another report in 2020. That was last year to President Trump. And this has been signed by Ambassador John Richman, who is a very good friend of mine. And our job is to give PITF, that is President's Interagency Task Force, recommendation and advice. And whatever we say, whatever I tell them, they take it very seriously. Whenever I go to the White House, they call us Honorable Harold D'Souza, which I myself am so humbled. They never talk us about any background. They treat us like diplomats. So that is very inspiring and very touching. I always believe, like that has made me more humble. And today, my passion in life is to be the voice, courage, hope, and freedom for all the victims globally. And that's why I started Eyes Open International, a non-profit organization. It just got registered in India in December, again on my birthday, December 17th. I think Rachna is the trustee. Hriday Rawal, my regional director, is there. I think he'll be in a short while doing a presentation. He's the regional director, so you can contact him there for anything you need. Please ask me questions. I have started another thing called the Freedom Survey, which I'm trying to work with all the immigrants. Because in United States of America today also we do not have full data of how many victims are there. Because many victims are very scared. They think they'll not get justice. So I'm trying to do a expungement of felony for victims of human labor trafficking from different countries. I'm working with a lot of Indians where I can get them a status. Because they come through the border. They can't come on a B1, B2 visa or something, and they have been trafficked. There are so many pathetic cases, my dear friends. There are guys here from the last 20 years, 25 years, not gone back to their country. There are boys, there are girls, there are ladies, there are Masi. There was 2 Masi and 1 Masa from Daboy. And they were 60 plus, but they're looking like 70 plus. I met them in 2004. They're working in a motel, doing housekeeping. 58 rooms. एक word English नहीं आवड़ता ये लोग ने. And that owner has given them 1 room to stay in that same motel. And I went to that motel. I saw him into the room. I'm 2004 ની વાત કરું છું. And they used to sleep on the floor, no bed. So सवारे ये लोग को तरन उठे, पथारी, they make it, they'll turn it, keep it on the side, and त्यार जमीन पर they do the cooking. And they have to clean 58 rooms every day. It's not a joke. Then 7 days a week. They don't know how to cross the road and go to Kroger to buy something. My team members who were there from Goa, Pakistan, Nepal, we went and got them and got to the restaurant and fed them. We didn't charge a penny to them. So today we are doing a lot of work, Eyes Open International. We are donating or funding girls at Halol, Cloudy Nivas. There are 40 girls which are picked up from railway stations, bus stands and streets. And from the age group of 16 to 18 years old. And most of the girls have been sexually abused. And Hriday Rawal has been there. I've been there for this Diwali of 2020 in November 14th, I think, was Diwali. Full day, I was in Halol. I spent the entire Diwali with those girls. So you can do a lot of charity if you want. You can do it from your house. Like you have Kamwalis coming to your house. We don't say Kamwali. My person who used to come to Ahmedabad to clean my house, her name is Lata. I call her Lata Ben. The girl who comes to our house in Baroda, where my mother stays, her name is Vandana. I call her Vandana Ben. And I tell her what your kids are doing. Because they're also human beings and they're the main part of my family. They take care of my mother. They come and do the house cleaning. They do everything. And I tell them, what are your kids doing? I sponsor their kids or I give them money. So I think charity begins there, not from outside. The sabji wala who comes every day, I talk to him because he comes and delivers sabji to my mother because she's 84. She cannot come out. I talk to him. I'll tell him how much this banana papaya. He'll say 80 rupees, 80 rupees there. I'll just tell him, if I give 60 rupees, bolda chalega. Look at their heart. I'll give 100 rupees. When I say you have a wife, I say I got 2 daughters. I said, here, 100 rupees for both your daughters. And I give 100 rupees. So there are ways and means of doing it. And he gets shown like touched. I get some mugs or something from here and I go give it, distribute to these people. That is called humanity. I'm not trying to boast what I'm trying to do. I also changed. Because when I was growing up, we used to say Kamwali. No, they're not Kamwalis. I still call her Vandana Ben, I call Lata Ben. And that Lata Ben has been coming to my house in 1993 in Ahmedabad. Until today, she knows Bradley Rowan. And today, I'll tell you how I flipped. So whenever you get chance, go on the videos and check my 2 sons, Bradley and Rowan, who are 7 years old and 4 years old, did not have 25 cents to buy a candy. I did not have money to buy a candy. My kids, we have slept without food. But today, Bradley has been nominated as a national scholar, as a global scholar. He was invited for President Barack Obama's inaugural function. He was the youngest board of directors for Prevent Blindness at the age of 19. He was the youngest employee for Tesla. Irrespective when he did not have a status. He did not have anything. So that does not stop you. We did so much volunteering. We didn't have anything on hand. We were homeless. So friends, I just want to end with that if you have any questions, please be in touch. And Ruchi, once again, thank you very much. I think I've taken more time than expected. So thank you very much, Dr. Akhil and Dr. Ruchi and all the students. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. No, you have not taken much time. We wanted to know the experiences and we wanted to share those experiences with the students because students are our future. Thank you so much for sparing such a time with us. Definitely, we'll be reading the books Frog in a Well. That's the next I'm going to read. And it was nice to have you. Now I'd like to just give a very short word of thanks because that's a part of our tradition. So I would vote of thanks to our honorable guest, I'll say in this way, Harold Souza, sir. And thank you so much, Dean, sir, for supporting me and allowing me to get him. And thank you so much, technical team, for providing us such a beautiful platform always on a one call. Thank you all. Thank you, Hriday. Thank you, Rachna, for supporting us and managing this event for you. Thank you so much, Dean, sir. Thank you all.
Thank you, Honorable Harold D'Souza, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ruchi, and again, Parul University and Dr. Akil for inviting me. And I think whenever I come next time to India, I'll definitely come and visit your campus and meet the students personally. And if you need anything from here, from the US, always contact Hriday Rawal. Rachna students can contact Dr. Akil and Dr. Ruchi. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We all can just leave the meeting. Thank you. Thank you all. Regarding webinar team, please kindly we stop the recording. We all can leave.
I can leave?
Hriday, yes, sir. You can also leave. Yes, Hriday, sir, you can also leave.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Webinar team. Webinar team. Am I audible? Webinar team. Am I audible?